Colts at Chiefs.
I like the over 50.5. It's the two most efficient offenses in the NFL, and the Colts are off a bye, so you know Shane Steichen's going to have some tricks. No two teams have punted less in the NFL than the Colts and the Chiefs. And the Colts and their opponents are averaging 53 a game, so I'm just going to take the over here. And their defense in back-to-back games is a little banged up, is giving up over 25 a game. The Chiefs average 29 at home. Mahomes has played much better at home, and Kansas City is desperate. Don't be shocked if the Chiefs don't have their performance of the year off that Denver loss. I'm taking the over. I think it's a close game. Kansas City wins 28-24. Take the over 50.5 points.
Okay, I want to talk about this game, but I don't care about the over-under. Collins predicting that the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Indianapolis Colts. I wasn't even thinking about the Colts off the bye. This game has such potential to be such an insanely intense game and just the game of a lifetime. And it's all up. It's not up to the Kansas City Chiefs. It's all up to the Indianapolis Colts. If the Indianapolis Colts prove to actually be a legitimately great team, and Daniel Jones proves that he can elevate, like this is Daniel Jones's essentially like first like playoff game with this Colts team. Like this is the game. This is the game that if the Indianapolis Colts beat the Chiefs, I understand the Chiefs haven't been the Chiefs, but I still respect the Chiefs, I guess higher than most. But you know, a tremendous amount that if Daniel Jones wins this game and plays great, and Shane Steichen, he does have some tricks up his sleeve, and this defense now with the moves that they've made can elevate, can disrupt Kansas City. For me, it won't be about Kansas City not being good enough. Like, I'm sure there'll be flavors of that to a degree, but I'll be way more impressed. Unless it's like Patrick Mahomes is just like playing terrible and he's fumbling the ball and he's throwing really bad picks or something like that. That obviously can change the discussion a bit. But to me, it'll be all about how Indianapolis is for real. And it'll be interesting because some people will probably use it as like, well, Indianapolis didn't beat, a good team. They beat the Chiefs and they're not that good of a team above. And I still think the Chiefs, no matter what their record is, are brutally difficult to play against. And so now you're talking about on the road, this up-and-coming Colts team, like it's, oh man, I can't wait for this game. And that's why I just hope the Colts, and I know the Chiefs fans are going to be like, I don't hope this at all, but I hope the Colts can bring it because then it makes it an interesting game. Because I could also see the exact opposite, the Colts just breaking completely, just, a similar game to what we saw against the Pittsburgh Steelers, but even more aggressive of a discrepancy where even more points are scored by this Chiefs offense and less scored by the Colts, where you're just kind of like, man, this isn't really a game right now. And that's what's been so fun about watching these Chiefs games recently. Again, I know they're coming up short, but like these games matter, and you truly feel that the Chiefs are in trouble, and that's what makes it fun. Again, I know Chiefs fans don't want that win, and I get it. I do. But that's what makes it fun, man. That's what makes it fun. Like who you do. What's so boring when you're watching a TV show or a movie when you know nothing bad is going to happen to the main character? You're like, I know everyone's going to be fine. I know nothing's going to go wrong, right? I know Thor's going to be okay, and and Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible, like everything's going to be right, and it can get boring. That's what made Game of Thrones so intense, because you're like, whoa, anyone can be gone in any second. And so like a game like this, once upon a time you were like, dude, Chiefs Colts, like this game's over. You like how you half watch this game. You're like kind of looking at the score and you're kind of like, I guess it's kind of close. Like maybe the Colts make this an interesting game. Like, I don't know, the same old Chiefs end up winning, whatever. There was only ever like a few like true games where you're like, all right, how's this game going to unfold? What's the story here and now? You got a game like this with the Colts, and that's why I put it all in the Colts. I put it all on the Colts, not the Chiefs, because I don't think the Chiefs are going to play bad, and if they lose, it just won't be. I won't just say the Chiefs are just not good. I'll just be like, no, they lost to a good team. They lost to another good team. It's not that the Chiefs are bad this season. They just no longer have that separation that they once had. And there you go. They're not able to win these close games or whatever. Now, if the Chiefs get blown out, which again, not predicting by any stretch of the imagination, but just play that tape with me. Let's say they lose, which again, it seems silly to even say they lose by 14, and it's just a game where you're just like, how did this just happen? kind of similar to what happened last year when it was the Ravens versus the Bills regular season, where you're just like, what? The score is 28-7 right now, and the broadcast the entire time, they're just like, what is wrong with this Kansas City Chiefs team? Man, Patrick Mahomes just doesn't look like the quarterback that we've known. And, you know, this is just unfamiliar territory for the Kansas City Chiefs. And, like, you're just like, wow, what is happening? And they're just like, well, how about this Colts team, man? You know, a lot of people really question Daniel Jones and Shane Steichen, and, you know, they look silly right now as they sit at the top of the AFC with a true chance to win the division, to win the AFC and beyond. Like, you know, if something like that happens, then it will be jarring. Then it will be kind of like, how do we reconcile this? Because someone like me saying, I don't think the Chiefs are this bad team. They're just maybe no longer as great. They no longer have that separation as much as they once have. But why are they then still not able to come away with wins? Why are they either getting blown out or B, unable to win close games against teams that should be at least somewhat on their level, somewhere within striking distance? It's not like the Bills, the Broncos, the Colts, you know, that these teams are just clearly head and shoulders better. It's like you're within striking distance. And then the question would be, and why can't you find a way through it? Why is the whole winning close games really just a matter of just the numbers game, that sometimes you go on a streak where you win 8 and 10 games, close games, and other times it's nope, you don't at all. Like, it's a lot more luck than anyone wants to acknowledge. That could very well be a possibility. Like, you're just like, you know, Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings, and I think it was 23 or 22, not the year where Kirk, to Achilles, please. So I think it was probably then 22 where they won a ton of one-score games. I think it was the year that I think it was 22 because it was the year that they lost to Daniel Jones and the Giants in the playoffs. And so again, it's just like, maybe, like, you know, sometimes winning close games is a skill, and other times it's, you know, I don't know. It's like just being hot from the 3-point line, where like you go 8 for 10, and it's like, does that mean you're an 80% 3-point shooter? No. And does it mean that you're a terrible 3-point shooter? No. And that you just got hot? No. Like, it just, maybe that data isn't really as relevant as we like to think it is. So a lot of questions to be answered here, and a lot of questions to be asked here. So that's what makes a game like this really exciting to me. But I know all the focus is on Kansas City and what they can do and what answers they have, and they really need this win desperately, more than anything, more than the Colts, for instance. But to me, I just think this game is more about, are the Colts for real? And if the Colts win, I see it as them answering that question. Yes, they are for real. And if they lose, unless, you know, outside of the Chiefs blowing them out, it would be still a good indicator of, like, hey, you were able to hang with the Chiefs. Like, you were able to fight. You were able to contend. You were able to, you know, to go down to the wire with them, and it felt real. It didn't feel like you were just fortunate, or that you were just playing this weird, ugly game. Like, no, like, Daniel Jones was making big throws. He was stepping up. Like, you know, you guys were managing the game. Great play call, great defensive stops, right? You'd have to see how the game actually unpacked itself. But yeah, 28-24 Chiefs win, according to Colin. This is a one-house game, and it's funny. This feels like a primetime game right now. That's what I'm saying. Like, this feels like a playoff game to me, and it's going to be treated as such by the Chiefs. That's why I'm putting it on the Colts to be like, how do you perform in this environment right now? How do you perform against this Chiefs team? It's going to tell us a lot. Those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Indianapolis Colts, as Colin predicts that they will win 28-24? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. So you agree with me or disagree with me? Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. Please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be a part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much.